Alright. So. Okay, we're live.
Hello, and welcome to the Comic Cast.
Hi.
What's up?
All
It
right, so
is your boy Vlad. We got MCU Man. We got Xavier here.
Yee. Hi.
what's going on, guys? Uh, so just real quick, what did you guys think of Uncanny Avengers?
I am hyped.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so hyped. I had to ask if it was like
An Avengers book or an X-Men book. It's both.
yeah, it's both, right?
Like it's like saying, "Ooh, is Spider-Man and Human Torch a Spider-Man book or a Fantastic Four book?" It's both. Easy.
It's nice that it's related to all this, and it's really even nicer that we get to see where Steve is going because he's not on the mainline Avengers book. So it's really nice. I just like the
Yeah.
roster on the cover is just a little whatchamacallit, disappointing because like my boy Kurt and Logan aren't there.
To be honest, I could see like not using Logan for a bit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Logan's off doing his own thing. Like he's on nobody's team right now. Like they're taking the loner bit a little too literally.
They're treating him like Batman. I'm sorry. They're just treating
Yeah.
him like Batman. Like, Wolverine works alone. Like, no, shut the fuck up.
Even
Hey.
Laura's getting that treatment.
Okay. With Laura, I can see why it's
Ooh,
you know.
what if Laura joins the team? That'd be kind of sweet. Like Steven, we don't really get to see interactions between Steve and Laura all that much.
You know, to be honest, I feel like the Uncanny Avengers should kind of be. How can I say this? The roster shouldn't be like just the one that we got in the preview. Should be expanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we
I,
we should get more.
here's my ideal lineup, bro. So it's Captain America, well, Steve Rogers, right?
Yeah.
Laura Kinney, Wolverine, Nightcrawler,
Yes. Yes.
right? Um, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ant-Man, like Scott Lang,
Oh yeah.
like he hasn't been in anything. Poor Scott, right?
I am not. Can I be honest? I'm
What's
not
up?
really a big Scott fan.
Well, I think it just would be cool just to see Scott just be like, yeah, I'm an
He's there.
Avenger,
He exists.
right? Scott, and I'm gonna keep it real. I would really like to see somebody like Cable rejoin the group.
Wait, Cable joined the Uncanny Avengers?
Yeah, he was with the Uncanny Avengers in 2016.
Yep.
Oh.
I
Yeah, I
kind of want
haven't
to
got into
see.
that yet.
I kind of want to see Nadia maybe take a team here, but at the same time, I know there's like a lot of people that are like, they don't like her and they don't want to see her in anything anymore. But I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like Ewing's Avengers has kind of helped her character a lot. Unstoppable and Ewing have actually made her a good character that's kind of bearable. So I think she has a chance for redemption, but by this point, I accept people going, no, I don't want her in anything.
And I'm so sorry because like this is one of the topics. Shit. But it's all right. We'll figure something else out. The fact that we're talking about this now, I'm kind of like really excited about this because I think that it's going to be an Avengers X-Men thing because the Unity division used to be Avengers plus like X-Men and well, like mutants, Inhumans, and anything in between. Right? That's what the Unity division was made for. So it's a little bit more. There's a little bit more emphasis on the mutant part here because it's a very X-Men heavy, or it seems like it's an X-Men oriented book, right? Just that it has Avengers on the name, which is nice of them to do because we haven't had that in a little bit. But I don't know why they got rid of the book in the first place. It was pretty solid. But yeah, we get to see. Maybe they could get Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is in a wasn't he in the like 2016 Uncanny Avengers?
For an issue because he said like, okay, well if Deadpool stays, I'm gone, and then Steve's just like, okay, and then he didn't rejoin the Avengers until 2017, like a year later.
But also just want to say something.
Yes.
You know what would be really funny since we have single Peter right now?
What?
Have him and Rogue dating for like for a couple of arcs. Have those two dating, and then when they break up, Johnny discovers it, and you have Peter. We dated the same woman.
Yeah.
That would be funny. I would like to see that. That would be hilarious.
There's also just something else I wanted to talk about, but we'll get to that much later. The current comics right now, though, they're kind of shaping up. Aaron's Avengers is going to be ending here, like this month. It's like,
what?
Hey, we're almost
finished.
Yeah,
it's coming
this
to
month,
an end.
Yeah, because next month it's going to be it, and then we're going to have to wait up until May. We're going to have to wait a whole month. We're going to have to go without an Avengers book for the rest of the month, next month. Sorry, excuse me. For the rest of the month, next month. Until we're going to do that, which I want to talk to you guys about that. Who's covering that Avengers book? Or would it be cool if we just all talked about that one?
Yes.
That'd be if we all talk about it, because I think that'll be a good thing here, especially for our stream, to talk about it. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
Not many people are talking about Avengers as it is until we know how that's going to work out until the movie starts coming out.
Exactly, right. And I feel like it's the best thing to talk about it because in the end of the day, it's like, we honestly the last 5 years of Avengers has been shit. I really want something good, so if this is good, we can be proud that we finally have a good Avengers run. But if it's shit, we can have fun shitting on it, you know? It's how it is, and
I don't think it is because I trust Jed McKay.
I trust McKay as well. You know, it's not Christopher can't write well. You know, I'm just
Christopher
kidding.
Cantwell. Let's go.
Can't write well, except for he did do Hellcat, and that was pretty good. So I'll say, okay, that's good. But
you know what also is good from Cantwell that ended like this week?
What?
Gold Goblin.
Oh yeah, he did do Gold Goblin. I mostly make fun of him just because it's like can't write well. It's just a stupid joke, but you know.
Yeah.
It's so, you know, he did some good stuff. I'm not gonna lie. So you know, give him a good chance. You know.
So, with that being said, like I'm really glad that we're gonna have like more in the way of what we're going to be doing here soon.
Yeah. So, what did you read recently that we may talk about in the back issue section, maybe?
So Vlad and I, we've read Avengers War Across Time. Really solid series. Paul Levitz never disappoints. I'm going to finish up Ryan North's Secret Invasion. And again, this one's shaping up to be like my favorite one. Right.
Dope.
He's read Iron Man. I am Iron Man.
Oh, I've read it too.
Oh, what? Right. We've all three of us have read I Am Iron Man. Oh my God, we need to know your thoughts.
I have not.
You have not? God, fucking read it, dude. It's so good.
Well, Alex, weren't you the Iron Man guy who was like, "Ooh, Iron Man is a really cool character"?
No, he was the Hank Pym guy. You know, he justified the wife beater. Okay, that's what he did.
Okay, I justify genocide Cyclops, so you know.
Okay, yeah, that's good. You know,
and he just killed his own father, basically.
No, I haven't gotten the chance to reading it because I just picked up my comics.
Yeah, no, we're just laying into you, man. We're just having a good time with you.
No, yeah. I just picked them up recently. because I haven't been going. I'm really behind on World's Finest. I really want to catch up with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I Am Iron Man, Secret Invasion, Avengers, War Across Time, Avengers Forever. I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, this is the third thing that's been called Avengers Forever, and it's not as fun as Busick's Avengers Forever.
Yeah.
And
Right.
what is the other one?
The
That
other one was
was
like a one-off story in Exiles.
Yeah. It
And
was
it's like-
weird.
That one sucks. It's pretty much just, what if the Avengers were vampires?
Yeah, it's
Okay, you've sold me.
It's like, whatever.
I mean, I'm
You
glad someone likes the
stupid.
vampires. I'm glad that you do like the vampire stuff they do. I've just, every time I see vampires, I like comic books being comic booky. Don't get me wrong. Like, War Across Time has a scene with Captain America surfing on lava with his fucking shield.
This is the fourth time you've told me about that scene.
It is amazing,
so
Xavier,
cool.
but it's like,
It really is cool.
it's like when I that's what I want. But vampires is just like kind of weird to me. It's like, why do we have vampires? Like, why are these a thing? But that's just how I've seen it, you know. And I know
Ultimate
saying
vampires?
this, oh no,
Ultimate Vampires will be the most 2000s thing ever.
it would be.
You know?
It would be the most 2000 things ever.
The ultimate vampire.
And for those at home, I'm just going to bring up a screenshot here of the surfing on the lava, where Captain America says the words, "We can surf to safety," holding onto an innocent dude surfing on lava. This is peak writing. This is peak art. Nothing
Let's
would change
go.
my mind. Nothing would change my mind. Alright, so
Yeah, we got a little bit more time to kill.
let's
What about the?
let's see here.
Have you seen any movies recently?
No, I haven't seen any movies recently. I've been really just trying to catch up on things.
I have
It's,
seen Wakanda Forever. I just watched that about a month ago, and it was pretty good.
Dude, what did you think?
I thought it was amazing. It was just amazing all the way through. It was very cinematic. It was artistic. I really love Namor. Like, when I think of how I wanted an MCU Namor, that is what I wanted. Going back to his anti-hero roots, where he's not bad, but he's also not good.
You've convinced
Atlanteans.
me to see it, you know?
Yeah,
Because I am like one of the 2 Namor fans on the planet.
yeah,
Yeah, I like comic Namor, you know?
yeah.
So, you telling me, oh, Namor is an anti-hero in this. Okay, you've convinced me.
Yeah, because
I
all
feel
this.
like,
There
my
you go.
bad.
There you go. You
I
go.
feel like that's the way that he acts is going to be like perfect for like his later inclusion in the MCU
Yeah.
and like other things. But I'm going to be real honest with you. Kind of feel like he acts like that's like the perfect representation of what X-Men act like.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly.
What do
Xavier
you
does it.
mean?
You'll have to
They're
watch
just-
the movie, man.
They're really cool to a certain point, and then they kind of get jerky and preachy, and then they're surprised why nobody likes them.
Yeah. Like, that's how
Hey!
the Adelans, that is how the Adelans work, okay? I'm sorry, that's how they function. But,
So they're basically so do they live on an island where they have orgies?
Oh, Telecon? Telecon is they don't have orgies there, but then they keep coming up to the surface world.
and
they
then
keep
judging
doing, like,
us.
really-
They go, look
Yeah.
at these humans. Look at these insufferable little creatures that are enslaving each other. Can't be us. Can't be me.
Can't be me. Can't be me.
I
Right?
want to
It's
be
just
under.
like
I want to be under the water in a neo-fascist state of just judgment. And every time the outsiders come, we're going to just be like, "Don't want to vibe with y'all."
I don't think it's
Why are you-
neo-fascist. I don't think it's
I get
neo-fascist.
vibes. I get vibes. Like, they're just
Is
Like,
this
I wouldn't be
France?
surprised. I would not
No,
be
this is
surprised if they had some underwater supremacy. It's like they're like,
No,
yeah,
it's-
no, you if you can't breathe underwater, we don't want you down here. I would not be surprised with the MCU if they
Yeah.
do that, like as a story arc. But that's just me
See,
with the
I don't
MCU.
think so. See, that's why I don't think so, because it's like it's not like that. It's a monarchy, but like
Yeah.
I'm really concerned with Namor, like if he's going to show up in anything, because it's just like it has to make sense.
Yeah. Now,
Right.
as one of only one Stingray fan, I kind of want Stingray to show up the next time we have. Shit's fucking kidding. They're not going to bring him up in the MCU. I need to accept that
Stingray.
Walters is never coming back, and that he is just
Nobody cares about Walter Newell.
Walter Newell is just
I
a
feel
nobody.
Yeah, I can kind of feel the same about the Tinkerer. I actually like the Tinkerer.
Yeah.
Is Tinkerer dead?
I don't
No,
know.
right?
No, I don't think he is. Or is he?
The last time he appeared was like in 2017. You know.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Yeah. An off-camera
Yeah,
kill, that is so shitty if they do that. But
So I'm gonna get started on some of the topics here.
okay.
Right now, the first thing we're gonna start on is what if and when is it happening? So we'll start with you, Vlad. What do you think of what Marvel's animation production schedule? Like, it's kind of concerning,
honestly, I am kind of concerned with their animation production stuff. Because I don't think we've gotten any, like, besides Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, there hasn't been really any animated projects from the, like, Marvel's side of things on Disney. And I'm kind of worried about it. Like, I mean, X-Men and the Wolverine, or X-Men 97, I'm sorry, I'm not too interested in, but I know that was pushed back a little bit. And it's been forever since we've gotten an animated Avengers project, so I just kind of look at what's going on with What If, and I kind of go, this isn't really good for them that they're pushing it back. Especially because What If had some good potential, and I liked a lot of their stories, and it had a good way to show different things that we didn't get in the MCU. There could have been a What If where we had, and as much as I hate Hope, we could have gotten a version of it where Hope was on the Avengers, We could have gotten, all these different stories about what if this character or that, and having it pushed back, it's kind of like, why are y'all pushing it back? Why are you not making it clear when this shit's coming on? Like, there's people that genuinely are interested in What If. It has a genuine fan base for a good reason, because they've done some good stuff. It's just...
Yeah, they haven't... Mum's been the word lately, Like, there's no word on the street about it. And that's the thing that's, like... That's the thing that's also, like, really annoying me. Where it's just, like, these Marvel animation projects have... I get animation takes longer, but some of the things that they've been saying lately, where it's like, oh, we're pushing things back. And they're not specific about what they're pushing back. Where it's just like, you guys did spend a lot of time, It's just like in the Spider-Man freshman year thing, it's just like, what is happening with that show? Right? And it's just like they've got Spider-Man and X-Men, and then whatever. Where it's just like, I would really appreciate them having... It's going back to that era where Marvel Animation was just throwing shit at the wall and expecting it to stick.
And that's what's weird, is usually they can at least have a little more creativity with what they throw at the wall. Here it just feels kind of standard. Like, they're sticking to stuff that they know is going to work, but they're just trying weird things with it. It's
and
like,
I can
Are you
respect
referring
that,
to Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur?
no, that's the one thing. No, we're not referring... That is out there.
Oh.
That is completely original, and I love it.
Yeah, but that's also a holdover from the last regime.
Yeah, exactly. It's not part of this new stuff that's going on. And as I said, it's been forever since we got an Avengers cartoon. Like,
I'm sorry, I said regime. That was me being funny.
That was funny, though. That was funny, though, Alex. I'm going to give you that. But...
That was... But it's... That's a holdover from, like, the last management. Right. That was a holdover from like the Court Lane stuff and the incredible the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Assemble, Ultimate Spider-Man, Hulk, Agents of Smash. Right. That's a holdover from those eras. Right. But it's gotten to the point where people were hate watching it, and it's now gotten like a reputation for Marvel animation that isn't very savory. Because the shows that actually are, worth a damn, aren't really talked about all that much, and you can tell Marvel doesn't really want to talk about them. We're getting a 60th anniversary for the Avengers, and then they're like, we'll show everything but Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the thing that actually celebrates the Avengers. Right? Which is a little sad.
So, can I say my opinion about What If getting pushed back?
Yes,
That's what we
absolutely.
were waiting for. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, to be honest, I don't really mind pushing backs, like in theory, because art creating good movies and good TV shows, it takes time. So, like I am someone who believes like you need to take as much time as possible to create a good movie, a good TV show, a good piece of art in general. But also
Yeah.
be more clear about your schedule, Marvel. That's it. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I feel like the Marvel animation stuff because it's just like we're getting X-Men and What If this year, but they're also saying we're having cutbacks because people on Twitter are dumb.
Yeah, and that's what I hate with hate watching. It's like
Yeah,
it's like you're
especially with the Moon Knight thing. Don't even get me fucking started.
yeah. It's like and it's so stupid. It's like the only reason why people hate fucking Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl is because
Wait, they hate it?
yeah, I've heard people that don't like it, and we all know why they don't like it because they have a fucking black female character as the lead. And it's a child, and then they're getting all cry whiny about it because, oh, boo-hoo. It's so stupid.
It's not the same Marvel cartoon that you grew up with. And I want to say something to these people. If you just complain that things always stay the same, you just want things to always stay the same, just or watch stuff from previous years. Just do
That's
it on
true.
loop until you die.
Yeah.
So, that's like that's the beauty of like these new Marvel animation shows. I trust the fact that they're going to do new and interesting things. They're going to push some boundaries, but the problem is that I wish they would. I wish they would just be a little bit more forthcoming about it. You know what I mean? Like I wish they would be a little bit more excited. Be like push it because I remember when What If was coming out, they pushed it. They wanted to remind you What If is here and it's staying. And I was just like, great. Really wish that would have been an anthology, but it's whatever. The other thing about that is like with Marvel animation being the way that it is, I kind of hope that X-Men 97
real quick, MC Man, we'll give it about 2 more minutes here, and then we'll start moving on to our comic reviews.
Well, I've actually got like 2 more topics before.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. If you got more topics, we can bring them on. Just lay them on.
Yeah. So, damn. So, one of the things that I think that they need to do, I don't trust them to derive the right lesson from X-Men 97, if that makes any sense. Because it's just like they're reviving a show. Well, they're reviving a show, right? And in reviving that show, I think that they just greenlit another season. That's like confirmed that there's 2 seasons of X-Men 97. And I honestly believe that they're not going to get the right lesson from it, where it's just like, oh, well, we know X-Men works, right? There's no reason to revive anything else that we own. And honestly, there's only one show that could come back, and every time that person talks about that show coming back, it's well, we haven't heard anything. All channels are quiet. If you really want it back, you're going to have to yell about it. And it's just like, that's the
Do you
sad.
want to talk about the Yoast animated shows? Like,
Well, but if there's two shows in the Yoastverse, right?
yeah.
Only one of them can come back because only one of them can really do what they're supposed to do, right? If you're going to have X-Men 97 and Wolverine and the X-Men come out, it doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Right? You already have one X-Men show. Why do you need two?
well, they could make them like one after the other with a few years, like
They
did
could.
in 90s Evolution.
They could, but now you're kind of like polluting what you want people to pay attention to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
In the end of the day, EMH is where I think it's at for Marvel right now. Like, if we can get some form of EMH, even a soft reboot, I don't care. Just bring it back or do something similar.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want EMH just to come back. I want, to me, what's preferable is we get a new show that is the EMH for this generation, for a new generation of people. It is their EMH. It is the show that they can go to. It's comic accurate. It's comic booky. It's not afraid to have fun, and it's not afraid to be accurate.
EMH was the. I'm sorry, real quick. EMH was the X-Men 97 throughout the 2010s, right?
Yep.
And it should have had a longer lifespan because it would have done some really, really big things. And sadly, because it didn't promote the movie quite as well as people wanted to, and the higher ups at Disney were like, it has to be this way, right?
Yeah.
You have to promote Avengers. If it's not promoting Avengers, it doesn't work. So it's just like, I get it, but I feel like we could have done with more. What were you gonna say, Xavier?
No, I just want to say that, like, if X-Men 97 didn't exist, I wish we had, like, a new X-Men show. Like,
Yeah.
a new original X-Men show.
And that's something I can stand by too. I wish we would have gotten something different. Like maybe we could have had the first thing called Uncanny X-Men. Notice how none of the shows are called that.
No, we should have called it the Uncanny X-Men,
Yeah. And speaking
Because
of that, it's going to roll into our next topic. X-Men 97 details. Now, Xavier, you weren't really there for this, but apparently what we were told is that Storm and Wolverine are reforming the X-Men under Magneto.
Fuck yeah!
Right. And Mr. Sinister is the main villain, even though they just announced Valerie Cooper and the Hellfire Club is there. But
You know
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say?
what's up?
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, because you're our X-Men guy right now, right?
Yeah.
You're really excited for this.
Yes. Yeah, sorry, I'm really excited for this. Like, we're getting Storm leading the X-Men, we're getting Mr. Sinister. Okay, I wanted a new show, but this looks good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll work,
Yeah, because Vlad and I were there when they were like discussing it, and they just really sounded like they cared.
Yeah, the person that's doing the main, the lead person of it, he apparently was watching that shit back when he was a kid, and he grew up with it, and so he was really passionate. It was apparently like a fan fiction that started it. So, it's like, I was just like, wow, that's amazing that he got that passionate to actually do it. So I have high hopes for it.
Yeah, to be honest, I have it too. One thing that I think we're gonna see it's gonna be a soft reboot.
Probably.
Yeah, I could totally see they're gonna publicize it to both adults and kids. Like watch it with your kids. Adults who grew up watching X-Men '92.
Yep.
I also think that people need to get away from the idea that it's going to be somehow related to the MCU.
It's not.
Yeah.
I think they need to get away from that because it's just like, oh, this is going to somehow link back to the MCU. No, it's not.
I think in some way it's gonna be related to the MCU, but mostly through Secret Wars.
Maybe it might.
Yeah, it's just gonna. I think what it's gonna do. Sorry, Vlad. I think what it's gonna do is that it's just gonna expand the multiverse by being like, yeah, and this Earth is part of this multiverse.
Yeah,
You know,
That's all it's gonna say.
more multiversal
I-
shit, which I'm just kind of annoyed with. That
if they're gonna do like multiversal Secret Wars from the '80s, I feel like they should pull the X-Men from the '90s cartoon
yeah.
for the nostalgia.
Yeah, nostalgia. That's yeah. What were you gonna say, Vlad?
What I was gonna say is like it's more multiverse bullshit that they're gonna be doing.
Mhm.
It is exactly the same thing you're saying. I'm tired of the multiverse shit. Like I'm tired of Mephisto, and I'm tired of the multiverse, and I'm tired of that shitty Avengers run. But that's
Yeah.
just me.
Apparently, Mephisto's. This is a. I don't believe this. Apparently, Mephisto's getting a Disney Plus special. I don't buy that.
If he does, is it animated or live action?
It's gonna be live
And
action.
is
They got
Spider-Man
Sasha
gonna be a
Baron
part of
Cohen.
it?
No, they got
Ah.
Sasha. They got Sasha Baron Cohen.
I am not
They
gonna
got
watch
all
that.
that.
Is King Julian gonna sell Peter and Mary Jane's? Is gonna have Peter and Mary Jane's marriage?
No idea.
Oh,
The joke was. I got the joke. The next thing on the list is expectations on Avengers Kang Dynasty. Lately, people have been confirming that the X-Men and the Fantastic Four are not in Avengers Kang Dynasty. Now, here's the
aren't in
thing:
Avengers King Dynasty?
they are not.
Okay.
The thing I would like to point out to people: the Avengers.
The Avengers are what?
The Avengers are. It's gonna be an Avengers movie first and foremost. There shouldn't be any confusion as to like why the X-Men or Fantastic Four are not present, right?
Yeah.
Because it's an
Yeah.
Avengers movie.
Yeah.
This is
It
the
would have been neat. It would have been neat to see like them in the. Let's say like they do Time Runs Out, but instead of the Ultimate Universe and the 616 universe, I'm talking about comics. It's the 616 MCU universe and Earth 838. It would be cool to see the X-Men and Fantastic Four for Earth 838. You know?
But
But also, outside of that, I don't feel like we really need to see them. That's just my take.
yeah, I mean, I'm okay with them showing up. Like, if they do show up as like a minor appearance, yeah, that'd be okay. But like a major
Yeah.
forefront appearance, nah. They definitely need to be in like the background, not the main character or main focus of it. It's an Avengers project. You wouldn't read
it's
an
an
Avengers.
Avengers project. Yeah.
You wouldn't read an Avengers comic and then the Fantastic Four show up for the rest of the run. Like, it's
Yeah.
not how it goes. The person that's going to
Yeah,
be
it's like-
facing Kang is going to be the Avengers.
Yeah, and it's very important that they know that, but it's just like every time this is said, it's just like they're confused. They're dumbfounded by the way that the Avengers just kind of like operate. This is again, it's an Avengers story. You're not going to see Wolverine pop up out of nowhere. You're not going to see Deadpool in the movie. You're going to see
Well,
whatever
both
the
of them
team
have
is
been Avengers.
established. You're going to see whatever team is established in Captain America: New World Order. That's what you're going to see, and I believe that rumor
Wait,
because
you're gonna
it's just like-
establish a new superhero team?
so
Captain
in
America: New World Order.
so the rumor is that New World Order is going to establish like a new Avengers team, right? But it's just like I can believe that to a degree because the whole Sabra thing and whatever. But like apparently there's like other Marvel characters popping up in New World Order. The thing
Okay.
is that like I believe what they really mean to say is that the end credit scene is going to establish a new Avengers team. So
Yeah.
like let's say like Cap, She-Hulk, Spider-Man, Ant-Man and Wasp are going to be like that group.
Yeah.
Right.
Probably.
And then Thor's going to join up.
Depending on how the Thunderbolts movie goes, which that I don't know if we have a time for that, but Maybe part of like a couple of their members join in, but I doubt it. Me
Yeah.
with chicks with wings, so I kind of want Songbird to be on the Avengers, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I
I get
agree.
it.
But
That's that's what I really wanted just to get down, because Secret Wars is going to be the big blowout. Yeah, you're going to get your X-Men, your Fantastic Fours, your Guardians of the Galaxy. They're going to like that's what Secret Wars is for. But Kang Dynasty is to establish the new Avengers. This is what it's for. You're not gonna the Fantastic Four, if they do show up, they're not gonna steal the show like people want, or at least I say people, I really mean TikTok and Soups more specifically, because it's just like, no, Fantastic Four bad, right? Which by the way, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't know where this Fantastic Four love came from. Fantastic Xavier might be able to give me an in on that,
I
but
don't
I
know. Maybe can
just
I be
like
honest about this?
kind of just blindsided me. What's up?
So I genuinely love the Fantastic Four. So like, I just think they're neat. I just think like, oh, they're neat exploration people. They're really fun. They have a good family dynamic. They're cool. Reed Richards is an incredible Marvel. It's an incredible character. I feel like a lot of people like the Fantastic Four just because they're like a lot of people on social media just like the Fantastic Four because they're the next big team. You know?
Yeah, and like you and I discussed prior, they like the philanderized versions of that team,
Yeah,
right?
like Reed is a genius, but he's also an asshole, you know? Sue Storm.
I never
She's
quite understood that. Just to stop you, I don't. Let's actually go over this, Xavier. Right? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but let's go over this. Right? Why is Reed an asshole? I never quite understood that. Is it
So
because of what he did to Ben? Is that what it is?
so the thing is that he's so absorbed in his work that he ignores his family. But like that's not being an asshole. That's called having autism. You know?
yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah. Or because it's just like there's times where he's actually a dick, right? Like the way that he treats Susan is fucked up, or at least it can be.
Where are you? What comics or what events are you talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about throughout history, like the way that he treats her when she's Malice, he treats her like shit, but that's the
Oh,
point. So it's to
yeah.
snap her out of it, right?
Yeah.
The other thing is just like with Reed, with somebody that intelligent, you're gonna have to be a little bit of a jerk sometimes, right? You can't share everything, you know.
Yeah. I could see that also.
But what's the next one? Oh, might be you go. Might be.
Yeah. I wanted to finish like the Flanderized version of the Fantastic Four, then you can go. Like, so, Reed, genius but asshole. Susan is girl boss. Johnny Storm is Peter's boyfriend. Ben Grimm is Jewish dude.
Okay, so Sue being girl boss, that's the thing that is kind of like true about her.
Yeah.
But we all know Janet is the original girl boss. I'm just saying.
The OG, bro. The OG.
You know who was the first lady of Marvel?
Sue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Janet's done more.
Okay.
We're just having fun picking on you, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's
With the girl boss, with the girl boss thing, it's just like I could believe it. And the thing is, with Sue, that's because I don't think anybody really has a handle on Sue's character, and I think that whenever Sue is brought up, it's really weird whenever they talk about her.
I feel like Mark Waid. And the guy who wrote the Judgment Day Fantastic Four tie-ins have a great understanding of Sue Storm.
Yeah, but I mean that in the way of film and television, right?
Oh,
she's almost like the nag of the group.
Oh, fuck! I forgot about Roberto Aguirre Sacasa, best Sue Storm writer in my opinion.
Right. Johnny being Peter's boyfriend, I know that's like a dig at his, not a dig, but more like they're bringing up his bisexuality.
Yeah, which
And
is
that's fair,
basically
but there's
which is
more to that.
basically
Oh, what's up?
no, which is basically like okay, he's basically bisexual, but we haven't confirmed it yet. Just
Yeah, because there's multiple moments where he gets sussed out, but the thing about Johnny is that he's more interesting and people are just like focusing on the one thing, which bothers me because Johnny's a rock star, he's a race car driver, he's I don't think he was ever a movie star. He tried to break into acting, but I don't think he went very far. He's a CEO and shit like that, right?
he's a really
And
cool guy.
he's really well-rounded, and his experiences really do give him. I feel like he's in the Spider-Man effect, where he's grown, but there's nothing to say about that growth.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, where it's like that's the rough thing about Johnny, and I feel like
Another cool thing about Johnny.
what's up?
He believes in working class solidarity against cruel capitalist exploiters. Comrade Johnny!
The thing about Johnny, too, like my favorite version. This is going to be really weird, Xavier. My favorite version of Johnny. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
We can't hear Xavier. Xavier can't hear us. My favorite thing.
I can hear Xavier.
I can hear Xavier, but he can't hear us.
Huh.
I think his Discord crapped out on him. He'll be back. I think that Ultimate Johnny is my favorite.
Yeah.
I just really like how honest he is as a character. Right.
Right.
He's like a race car driver, but he's also like he's still like his 616 self, except that he's never been a race car driver in the 616, but he's more like he's got the attitude of one. Like he's got the attitude of like a rock star, you know what I mean? And he's really good at what he does.
Yeah.
Right? But I also really like the fact that he's like really cool with like other superheroes, and he's actually like he's Spider-Man's biggest fan.
Yeah.
And he's not shy about it like he is in the 616. But you want to get into comics?
Absolutely. Yeah, we can definitely get into comics here. Do we want to go ahead and get started on War Across Time and wait for Xavier to get back?
Yeah, let's start with War Across Time.
Alright. Oh boy, yeah. What were we on? We're on issue number 3. This was amazing.
This one was fun.
It's so much fun with Sindri. I called him the right name this time. I always call him Eitri. No, his name's Sindri, Vlad. And it was with War Across Time, my favorite part is it goes back to the 60s and it rewrites the 60s characters, but in good ways. Like Janet, especially Janet, she's just horny. She's not a dumb, ditzy, clueless bitch. She's actually, a pretty good character in this and actually smart, but she's just a horny ass bitch, and it's so much fun. And then you also have, Thor, Captain America. They're just like Thor, especially. He is like his godliness is turned up to 11. Yeah. Like he's like, I don't have time for you mortals. I'm going away. And then he cuts back like, God damn it, these mortals. And
yeah.
That is what I really appreciate, is just how they handle them so well.
By the way, that was how he was in the 60s, too. 60s and the 80s, he was like that.
Yeah, and, Captain America is fun, Hank is fun. Like, all the characters are fun. Especially in this issue, like, they are not afraid to be extremely comic booky. I just pulled up a panel here from it where Captain America tells some dude, hey, get on my shield and we're going to surf to safety. And then he surfs on lava. Like, what is not more comic book than that? It is so much fun. And I just...
Agreed.
And there's, so many good moments, just the whole book
I really enjoyed the action. I really enjoyed the action from, the first issue to this issue. It's been really solid, right? Like, you get, these really interesting moments, and it makes me really feel like, oh, how are the Avengers going to get to Nidavellir?
Yeah.
right? Oh, damn! And like Kang's coming after them,
Yeah.
and we're getting back to like the war across time, and then like the last issue. I think the last issue kind of spoils what's going to happen because it's like every person who's ever been an Avenger ever is going to fight Kang, and I'm like, we've seen that with Mark Waid, but
I'm
we've seen
willing
that
to
with
see it
Mark Waid,
again.
with Busick and Mark Waid, but I'm for it. I really am.
Yeah,
I really,
it's been 98. Was that the last time? Was it 98? Or did it happen some other time as well?
It happened in 2017.
2017, okay.
Yeah.
I was not aware. I just got into comic books. I was not aware of it happening in 2017. I just found out in 98. But that's still really cool that we're seeing it because it's so fun. But
I agree.
What are you all talking about?
War Across Time.
Time.
Also,
cool.
and I just want to show this off from the book. So there's like a scene in Avengers headquarters where they're all just sitting down. Everyone has normal chairs, and then Hank and Janet have a freaking love seat that they are cuddling on. Like,
yeah,
that is amazing. I just love that little detail that they do. It's adorable. I could just
I dig it too.
But God, it's so good. And there's this scene where Thor, because Sindri made Thor's hammer, and there's this scene where it's like Sindri grabs the bottom of Thor's handle, he swings Thor's handle, Thor grabs it, and then Sindri puts his other hand on it, and then Thor puts his hand above Sindri's, and they're all, oh my God!
Dude, it is so good.
I am like nerding out over this panel. I love this panel. Oh, it's amazing. War Across Time.
I love this book.
Was so good.
I love this book.
Oh, it is.
This is pretty much the setup issue, but it honestly brings back a few like callbacks, like the Lava Men. It talks about Sindri. It talks about like a lot of really cool aspects of the stories.
Yeah,
and that's what I.
Sindri, or the Lava Men. I'm sorry, the Lava Men came out of nowhere. It is kind of amazing.
Yeah, and I'm kind of glad that they did that too, because it is a comic book, and I am glad that they do this sort of stuff too. What was the next one that you had?
I had Hellcat, and that was actually a lot better than I was. I kind of had my expectations a little bit low there, but I enjoyed Hellcat. There was some really good moments in it. The art was fantastic. You know what I'm going to do?
Really?
Oh yeah, let me share my screen here. I have some art here from it. Some screenshots I took, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. If you want to hop in the stream, we can kind of look at some of these panels, but like this panel especially, oh, I loved it. Like, look at that. That shot is just gorgeous. She's just, it's basically like a murder mystery is what it is. Where she's trying to...
painting looks neat.
Oh yeah, the stained glass looks really neat. Oh my God, it looks so nice. It was so good, and she's just...
Okay, Vlad, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Exactly. It's basically a murder mystery, but like with, I think some cosmic deities are now involved, and...
Yeah, you said murder mystery, Christopher Cantwell. Okay, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah, it's got Sleepwalker. He shows up in, I think, Hellcat stuff, so it's kind of cool seeing him show up, and then he's like lost his ability to become Sleepwalker because now the cosmic gods are like, you love Hellcat, so we think you murdered this guy that Hellcat was seeing.
Wait, you said Sleepwalkers?
The Sleepwalker.
Sleepwalker, yeah.
Yeah, he shows up. It's so cool.
Show him the Sleepwalker. That thing is so cool. I love that thing.
Let me see. I don't know if I have a screenshot of the Sleepwalker. Shit.
The Sleepwalker. So you guys know what the Sleepwalker is, though, right?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and just share my screen.
It's like the Dream Cops.
Yeah,
right?
Basically, she's like, yeah, he's basically a cop, and his name's Rick, and it's like, that's the wrong screen. I said that. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
Okay, let me pull up the Sleepwalkers Marvel Hellcat. Yeah, let me pull that up for those who don't know. Yeah, this guy. These guys.
Yup. Wait, they called him Rick?
Yeah, the one that that Patsy went to directly was named Rick. Rick something. I can't remember his last name.
Rick Sheridan.
Yeah, Sheridan. So, yeah, that's what he's basically like. He's like some cosmic police officer of cosmic events and stuff, and now he's involved. Oh yeah, there's this scene. I forgot to get a screenshot of this with her like covered in blood, and then she's in the back of a cop car, and then she's like, "I didn't kill no one," and the cops are like, "Bitch, you definitely killed someone." But man, Hellcat is so good. I thought it was so good. I definitely would recommend it. But the art was amazing as well. Like I just can't. Well, you know, he did pretty good. I would definitely say that. Oh darn! I didn't get. Or is this the screenshot that I wanted? No, not that one. There's also a pretty funny moment in the book where she is like in the police department, and then so I was like, we read your book, you know, the one where you're a teenager fighting crime, and she's like, he's like, or no, his sister or his little sister did, and she's like, funny, it's always their little sister. No one has the balls to admit that they like my book. I just love that.
Yeah,
but
a little question. Is this book related?
Hold on, Xavier. Hold on. Let me turn you up here. What was that?
Is this book related to Cantwell's Iron Man?
Yes.
They make references to it.
Yeah, they make references, and it does tie into a Hellcat and Iron Man book that came out a while ago, or not that long ago. I can't remember when, but it ties into that Hellcat and Iron Man book. So it was pretty good though. I enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it. It was very fun. It's very serious, but you know, I like the seriousness of it because it doesn't feel like it's detractingly serious, you know? It's not so serious, it's like, oh, this is terrible. It has its moments where it can be fun. Like there's a moment where it's like a flashback to Hellcat's childhood, and Hellcat goes out and she's like, "Dad, don't leave," or something like that, and then her mom is in the background calling her fucking husband weak for like running away from the family. Like, I laughed so hard. I'm like, I shouldn't be laughing, but there's just something so funny about her mom just going, weak, running away, weak. But
yeah, but who's this family? Moxie's family?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like we're gonna know next. That like Hellcat's brother is married to a southern woman who's like really violent and is a murderer now.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, so Xavier, you wanna go about, or who wants to go next, Xavier or MC Man?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, yeah, I guess you can go since Alex has stepped away right now, so or MC Man has stepped away, so you can go next.
Just want to say this. Gold Goblin deserved to be an ongoing series, and I stand by that.
Oh yeah, I feel the same about Wasp. I definitely feel the same about Wasp.
Yeah, like, Gold Goblin was so good. It was an extremely psychological series about redemption that managed to work even when it tied to the worst Marvel event of the last 2 years. And it was so good. It was so interesting, so well written. Norman, this is one of my favorite Norman stories, and I can honestly say, yeah, this series is a masterpiece, and everyone should read it. Hopefully, the next Gold Goblin appearances aren't bad. Hopefully. That's it. That's my opinion on the book. Vlad? Vlad?
Sorry, what else have you read? Are you? I can hear you. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else have you read, dude?
Oh, finished Black Panther by UC Coates. Have to say, one of the best things, but the best thing I've read all year. I'd have to say it's incredible. The art is fantastic. The action is really good. The story is extremely engaging. It's so well written. The characters are so good. I never thought. Yeah, I care for two of the members of the Dora Milaje, but here we are. And it was cool to see like Black Panther and Storm BQ as a couple. That's neat.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. I don't want to spoil. Oh, one thing. You know who Ezekiel Stain is?
I'm familiar with the character, yeah.
Yeah, I've read his lines of dialogue with the voice of Comic Drake.
Oh, wow.
Because, like, he dubbed him once in, like, an Invincible Iron Man video, and now I can't hear him without hearing I can't read him without thinking, oh my god, this dude sounds like Comic Drake.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever. But still, I like Ezekiel in this book, and honestly, this book made me think, okay, they did an incredible casting mistake with the Wrecking Crew. I'm gonna explain it.
Yeah.
So, I've heard about this way before I read the book, but by the way, so Thunderball, it's a scientist named Dr. Franklin, who was called the Black Bruce Banner. So, like, it's like the it's like he felt like he was field of gamma research.
Right.
Yeah, and like he saw that like him in Wakanda like felt like, oh, I'm not the Black Bruce Banner here. I'm Dr. Franklin. And like that is like a really great story that we won't get in the MCU because they didn't cast a black actor for it.
Yep.
Like, to be honest, the casting of the fucking Wrecking Crew doesn't really matter to me aside of this. Like, well, at least we got the comic book version, and the comic book version is incredible to me. Like yeah, this run will probably never be done in the MCU. I could see the MCU pulling some elements of this comic book, but a direct adaptation, it's next to impossible.
Yeah. Of course it's not. I mean, there's like a lot of stuff that I know the MCU is not going to be doing. I know with Kang Dynasty, we're not going to get that powerful scene with Janet basically surrendering Earth. That's definitely not going to happen, which kind of sucks. There's like a lot of stuff that the MCU unfortunately won't be able to do because of their choices, but it's fun to at least appreciate shit, you know, in the comics for what they are.
Yeah, comic books are a legitimate artistic medium, and worrying always about, oh, this is gonna translate, how this is gonna translate to the MCU, it's kind of cringe, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I don't think that's important. We should be asking why, you know, we shouldn't be saying, well, this needs to be translated. That, to me, that kind of nullifies the effect of the comic itself. It's like, so what, the comic book isn't good enough on its own to represent something? You have to have it in the Avengers to make, or in the MCU? It's like that, as I said, that scene with Janet surrendering over the Earth to Kang was so powerful. Like, Kang Dynasty, the actual book Kang Dynasty, you need to, like, well, you don't even need to read it. It's nothing but panels. And it says so much in those 24 panels.
Enough said issue.
Yeah, enough said says so much and doesn't say a single line of dialogue. It is so powerful. And
You know, that's like the really big power of comics. So, like, honestly, like, silent panels are, like, my favorite ones in comics. Because this, you can see the strength of comic books as a medium. Because I don't think in any medium you could have, like, extended nothing and have it be so powerful, or so funny, or so emotional, or so scary like in comics. That is honestly one of the things that makes me adore the medium. You know?
exactly.
Yeah. Also, another thing I read is X-Men Muir Island Saga. Uh, which, fun fact, was the last storyline Claremont did before the Jim Lee relaunch.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I kind of read Chris Claremont's X-Men run kind of randomly, like whatever I feel like. I just pick up a random story and I read it. I know it's not exactly the optimal way, as certain people would put it, but these comics were written for that, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's how I read the current Avengers run. Is I just kind of pick up wherever I want because I just feel like it. You know, that's how I do most books. Is just pick up where I want. You know, if I need more context, the book tells me, hey, you need to read this.
Yeah, but like, long-running runs, like, especially runs in, like, superhero comics, like, you shouldn't treat them like like Breaking Bad or Avatar: The Last Airbender. You should treat it kind of like what is like a show that you can kind of jump in? American Horror Story, for example. Treat like Dan Slott's Spider-Man, Chris Claremont's X-Men, Jeff Johnson's Green Lantern, kind of like American Horror Story. You don't have to start from like the beginning of American Horror Story to enjoy it,
Right.
but maybe it's better that way. Or and just jumping on a season that looks good to you might be cool too, you know? And that's honestly like another thing that I really love about comics. Like the fact that like you don't have to start from the beginning. This is something that I usually say for superhero comics because they're like extremely accessible to anyone, and that accessibility is something that I really love. Like you can just give that book to anyone and they could understand the context or the situation, and
Yeah.
that could make, in my opinion, a good comic, a good superhero comic book story.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of the Muir Allen saga, I'd have to say it's pretty good. You know, not the best I've read of Claremont. It's a lot of action, but it's a lot of fun action. Also, I find funny that like 3 or 4 writers wrote the whole thing. Like there wasn't one cohesive writer.
Yeah, huh, that is interesting. I know there's been some stories like that. It's kind of funny, though, that they can't have one writer do it.
Yeah, it was written by Chris Claremont, then Fabian Nicieza wrote the X Factor, then Nicieza said, "Hey Claremont, you tired? Yeah, I am tired. Want me to finish this one? Yeah, sure, whatever, do this." He wrote the last issue, then Peter David just, "Oh, I'm gonna relaunch X Factor next month. Yeah, whatever, let's conclude the Muir Allen saga. Let's have that little sweet, what we're gonna do with 14 X-Men," which,
Yeah.
you know that what we're gonna do with X number of with more than 10 X-Men, just that line. That line is so good.
Now, does it show that there's been multiple writers? Is there like a distinct, change in style? If that makes sense. MC Man, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I just saw the green bubble pop up, and I was like, "Oh, are you trying to say something?" But it's not coming through. Anyways, you go, Xavier.
Yeah, I'd say like the Muir Allen saga. I feel like it shows that it's been written by multiple people, but not in the sense that like it's disjointed or like it's a mess. In the sense of like, you see a lot of the writing styles differ. Like, Fabian Nicieza is a lot more modern in his style compared to like Claremont. Like Claremont is extremely wordy.
Yeah.
And I think
He's verbose. With him, characters simply cannot shut up.
Yeah.
yeah, the cool thing about it. Yeah, I think the real problem with Claremont's characters not shutting up is characters just thinking, and the text is thinking. Everyone is thinking, and you get like an entire page full of text. But
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah, you got me there. You're right.
yeah. But yeah, so you get through like 3 or 4 pages, 2 chapters that are just like really a lot of dialogue. Then you get to Nicieza's part, and it's a lot more clean. It's a lot more simple. You finish those in a heartbeat compared to Claremont's. And then there's Peter David. Peter David is a lot funnier. I'd have to say. I have not read anything of Peter David's X Factor, but if it isn't like the last issue, I'd say yeah, I'm in.
All right, and MC man, what have you been up or reading lately?
So, I have been starting the Extinction Agenda, and I have been reading Busick's Iron Man. Really do like that, but I really want to talk about his Marvels. What an underrated book. Right, I'm gonna pick up the second volume, but I like how he makes everything feel more natural, and he kind of clears up things in the sliding time scale a little bit more. So that's why, like, Flash Thompson fought a war similar to Vietnam, came back, and then went to Afghanistan and lost his leg.
Is it
Right.
like Karya or something?
Kind of like that. Yeah, I keep forgetting the name, but it is a really, really, really solid book, and it's just like the '60s. Like, there was a time in Marvel Comics, in the Marvel universe, that was very similar to the '60s, but it wasn't the '60s. Right there,
So,
it's a very like vague 10 years ago
so everyone
situation.
is in the 2000s according to the sliding time scale.
Well, no, now it's the 2010s. Because
The
according to the sliding time scale, everyone was like active in the 2010s. Even though the 2010s, they're quite clearly saying like, well, that was 10 years ago too. So just try not to think about it, you know. But then
You'd say it's 20 years since the start of the Marvel Universe, it would be better.
I think because Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the Joe Casey book, kind of says that, hey, the Avengers started during the Clinton administration, right?
Where Clinton administration?
So it's like '93,
Yeah.
right? The Avengers got started during the Clinton administration, and then that peeled off into other things, right?
Yeah.
So it's very interesting, but that was like for the 2000s, right? And then for the 2010s, they were like, no, it's still the Clinton administration.
Hey, MCU man, just needing to ask something to you. It's
What's
really
up?
important. So, have you read Uncanny X-Men 235 through 238?
No,
It's the origin of Genosha. I feel like you should read it before reading Extinction Agenda.
I feel that. But as of the Marvels, I really do like the book. I like the voice. I like the characters. I like how Busick kind of knows how to use these characters in a modern day setting. And honestly, it was one of the better books of the early 2020s. Right.
I could, to be honest, right now we could.
I would recommend it. I'd give it a hard recommendation.
Yeah.
Honest, I could see like top 3 comic books of the 2020s. Overall Marvel books.
That's gonna be
Wasp Volume 1, Wasp Volume 2, Wasp Volume 3. No, I'm just kidding.
that is most definitely gonna fucking be. This is most definitely gonna be Jed McKay's Avengers.
Yeah. What else have you been reading though?
Iron Man by Busick.
And how's that?
A lot of Busick. Well, Iron Man by Busick and Untold Tales of Spider-Man by Busick. So a lot of Busick stuff.
Yeah.
It's because I just really like his voice on characters. But his Iron Man is really interesting. I got to the point in the book where Tony can no longer wear the armor because he doesn't heal right from his injuries, right? And they finally kind of got over that, and they're kind of getting into the Stark Fujikawa thing Roger Stern just took over for like the next issue, and it's going to be Iron Man and the Fantastic Four versus Ronan the Accuser.
Oh man, that sounds fun.
So Busiek's Iron Man has been just a really fun ride, and we get to see like a different Tony Stark, like the humanitarian Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Right, we get a Tony Stark that's very much in the way about helping people, and that's what Stark Solutions all about. Where Tony's intentions about being a superhero is in and out of the armor, and he's already learned that lesson, and he's going forward with it. That's what makes Busiek's Tony Stark so interesting in Avengers and Iron Man. I'm almost finished with it, but I do got to be honest with you. The alcoholism was a really cool part of the book where he's helping Carol conquer that.
Yeah.
Demon, right?
And I just want to make just say this here real quick for those watching. We got 5 minutes, and we're gonna hop to the release calendar, and after that, we'll probably talk about an episode of Image.
Yeah. So there's that. The demon in a bottle, no. And again, like the book goes out of its way to be like that's not the most defining characteristic of Tony Stark, right? It's one of the demons that haunt him, but it's not just that. It's asking like, should there be an Iron Man? Why is there an Iron Man? Right? And if Iron Man is this impressive, what else could he do? Right, that's the important part, and that's why I like the Stark Solutions era of Iron Man. But yeah, that's where we're going with that. I think we're ready for the release calendar.
All right, let me go ahead and pull that up here.
I am
Let's see.
interested in this, you know?
Let's go.
Which one, Xavier?
Release calendar in general.
Let's go.
All right, so I got pulled up here from March 12th to the 18th of 2023. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 22 by Wells.
This is one book that we're gonna ignore. We're gonna ignore this book.
We have Marauders and Carnage, She-Hulk.
Carnage. She-Hulk is Kenzie's reading She-Hulk. I'll have her on the podcast one day.
Puke.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
The Avengers Face Smile facsimile edition.
Yep, which will be interesting.
For Wonder Man. They're really getting ready for that show.
And I love this just Ant-Man face. It's just the most poorly, I don't know why it looks so funny to me.
Yeah.
But
then we've got Spider-Man: The Lost Hunt, which is what Spider-Man fans should be reading if they want to get something that they like.
Is that Spider-Man in body art, spider armor? What?
Yep. Extreme X-Men. I have not been following this, even though Marvel really wants us to read this.
Yeah, I have not been following along. We have Monica Rambeau. Oh, that's what I need to read. I gotta read Photon. That's what I wanted to read, and I haven't picked it up yet. Joe Fixit number 3. Can't believe we got Joe Fixit again, but here he is.
Yep.
The one that I'm excited for is fucking Wasp over here, number 3. We only got 2 more issues of this. We got 3 and then we got 4 and it's over, and I'm kind of sad, but I'm super hyped for this one.
I'm going to get it in trade, because if I can't find it now, I'm never going to get it.
Yeah. And then...
Looking high and low.
Oh, I know. I've been looking high and low. I've only been able to get my variant cover, and that was super tough. Like, I had to jump through some hoops to get that shit.
Yeah, I hear you. And then there's Storm and the
Yeah,
Brotherhood.
also, just want to say this.
Yeah, what was that?
Yeah, this is gonna be so good. Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants is gonna be fire.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ignoring Sins of Sinister tie-ins, and I'm just gonna focus on the main event, like I did Inferno.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, I'm picking this up.
Yeah, that cover...
I'm cashing in all my chips with...
Yeah, I'll pick up
Behind
Doctor
us,
Strange too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what is this?
Oh, so Marvel Tales Avengers. So Marvel Tales is where they pretty much just re-release some pretty seminal stories. So Avengers, Rage of Ultron is gonna be. You're gonna. I'm still sending you your copy of it, by the way.
Yeah.
You're still getting one. Women of Marvel. That's nice.
Yeah. I'm not seeing
Captain
no
Marvel.
Janet on this cover though, so I don't know. I'm not seeing the actual Women of Marvel. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, now we're getting to where we are currently, right? With Captain Marvel, because we have that issue, Wolverine, and Avengers Forever. Right now
Yeah.
we're all caught up.
Yep. Yeah, we are all caught up. So it's looking pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
Top 3 books you're gonna be reading this week? For me, it's Lost Hunt, Brotherhood of Mutants, maybe Marauders because it's ending finally.
Yeah,
Right.
top 3 for me. It's gonna be. I might actually do a re-review of Rage of Ultron.
Oh yeah, that would be fun doing a re-review of that. That would be fun.
Yeah. I am going to be reading Doctor Strange. I'm going to be reading. Oh, I might even talk about Avengers issue 9.
Okay, yeah.
With Wonder Man.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun if we can do like a 60s flashback. I can talk about it too because I love that issue. That is a fun one. That 60s issue, super fun.
Yeah.
So I would like to go back and cover that as well. Don't know if Xavier wants to also talk about the 60s stuff or
Sure, why not?
For me, I'm definitely like looking forward to this. This is where most of my focus is going to is Wasp number 3, but I might check out the first Monica Rambeau. Just give that a little read, and might even talk about Wonder Man. See how that goes. So,
yeah, to be honest, most of my focus is just on the ending of Spider-Man: The Lost Hunt and the Neostorm and the Brotherhood of Mutants.
right.
Yeah.
I just want to see how good they're gonna be.
Right.
Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants. I could see that because Sins of Sinister. I did finally get around to reading that, and I was really impressed.
Yeah.
Especially at the end where it's kind of funny. His lab gets stolen.
Yeah, but like you should read the 3 series that they're doing, substituting Red, Immortal, and Legion of X, which are Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants, Nightcrawlers, and Immoral X-Men. They're all good. They're all 3 really good, showcasing some of the best modern X-Men writers doing their thing. So I am always excited. I need to read The Wasp. It's always that and War Across Time are always the one series that I want to continue, but I can't. Yeah. Man. One day I'll get caught up.
And with that being said, guys, it was great for you to join us. Thank you guys all for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated. You guys have a really good day.
Yep. All right. Let's see ya.